the terminate task. Let's add a terminate task. Why might you have a terminate task? Well, maybe depending on the switch case, maybe this is a successful workflow continuation, but the other fork is going to be a failure. And so what you can do inside there is you can, inside your workflow, is if it was the failure side, you can add a terminate. There's no reason to continue the workflow. Let's just end it here. So we're going to add a parameter to our termination. We're going to call it termination status, and we'll say failed. Right, so this will just end the workflow. Well, if I could spell status. All right, termination status is failed. So we'll save this workflow. And now it's saved. So now we can run this workflow. Again, no parameters needed. We'll just run it. And we will see that this workflow failed, right? Because we told it to. That's all it can do. There's some other stuff we can do. If you see here, it says the workflow was failed by terminate task, blah, 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 which is the task ID for this one. This is then passed on if you have a failure, if your workflow has a failure workflow, which is a workflow that will run in the case your workflow fails, this is the answer that will be sent along. Now, maybe you want to send something a little bit more meaningful. So you can actually change that. We'll go into here and we'll add a not all caps, termination reason. And this is a depressed workflow. So we'll say it terminated due to sadness. Okay, so then we can save it. And we can rerun this workflow with the latest definitions. And again, it failed, but this time the reason is sadness, because we gave a termination reason of sadness. You could put variables in there. You could put all sorts of stuff that help you diagnose why your workflow has failed. Clearly, sadness isn't all that informative, but it's kind of fun for a demonstration. So this is how you would add a terminate step to your workflow and some of the parameters that are useful inside the termination task. Thanks for watching. If you look down in the description below, you'll see a bunch of the other tasks that you can run inside Netflix Conductor, especially using the Orkes Cloud. Thanks for watching.